Hello, Facebook. I know I am very, very late with my video. I said it'd be after 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but it's now after 4 p.m. But anyway, I wanted to talk about my Facebook jail 24-hour thing, as well as a not so good person that I was trying to befriend in the past via social media or whatever's, and yeah. Anyway, I will go into that in a little bit. But in the meantime, I wanted to talk about my reasoning, my uh, Facebook jail, and why, and all that, and my experience with it. But anywho, so I have not posted in 24 hours, other than a few things, because of the fact that between LGBTQ Facebook group and uh, even some Facebook friends, I've made the comment, but it's really come up a lot about LGBTQ and allies and safe space and things of that nature. And I'm just gonna put it on, like, right here, just lay it out on the table. Truth be told, and let's look at the history here, okay? Because I mean, I'm one. I like to go off of facts and keep it trucking forward from there. But if when we go off of history with the bashings and whatnot, it's only been because of straight people fucking with us, not minding their own goddamn business. And truth be told, if we had that today in this day and age, there wouldn't be the need for safe space and allies and all that stuff of that nature. Okay. Now let me just go there about allies, okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to break it down via metaphor first. When you look at man and nature, nature doesn't need man. Doesn't. Nature's going to build, thrive, the whole shebang, with or without man. That's just how it's going to be. It's also the same way with LGBTQ. We don't tap into straight business. The only time we do that is when one of our owners bashed or whatever's. But other than that, or if you tell us about your newborn baby, or you're part of the family, stuff like that. But other than that, we're not tapping in. We're not worried about who you banging. We're not worried about how you get off. But throughout history, it's been the polar opposite. Straight people. And I mean, I understand, everyone has their own preference, but I can only speak for myself personally as LGBTQ and based off of my own life experience. But from my experience, all of the troublemakers have been straight. Whoa, oh my God. No big surprise there. I mean, it's the facts. But anyway, so back to my metaphor, man and nature now. Man needs nature. Food, housing, shelter, whatever you want to call it. The list goes on. man needs nature. Straight people need LGBTQ. Hello, we have the best fashion senses. We are the most creative. I mean, the list goes on. Strength and numbers. I mean, when in regards to armies throughout history and things, there's a whole lot of stuff. Okay. So anyway, that's my spiel on that. I also screenshotted, what I've said and what's gotten me in trouble. So anywho, that aside, that was one of the things that I feel like was leading to my trouble. But the other thing was I was starting to call out. I think it's I don't even want to pronounce or say this person's name, but I am gonna say this. This person I have helped recruit people for the group Vampires Court, etc. All right, this will ring a bell for those that received that invite or whatever. Here's my thing on that. I've tried befriending this person in the past, and the same people that did him wrong or them wrong, they stood there and watched them do other people wrong, i.e., the same people that are now trying to recruit for this group, and turn their back. They befriended me back in March or so, and I'm like, okay, like, this is weird, like, you weren't trying to be cool in the past, but I'm like, you know what, I'm willing to give you a small chance. I'll help you, but I'm gonna be watching. And that's just as I did as I helped build this group, or help build the group, sending friend invites and whatnot. So anyway, I've been watching. They've been talking about their oppressors, this, that, and the third. Okay, all right. But then I'm noticing things that they're saying about leadership, and it's like, wait a minute. How do you go from turning your back on those that you're now trying to recruit that were oppressed by your group, but you're now trying to, recruit and call yourself a leader? Like, no, you are not a leader. You're a piggybacker. You're looking for sympathy from everybody. You wanted people to tune into the pity party. Like, it's done. It's done. So, I've personally have blocked and backed out of the groups. I have a feeling I'm going to be challenged on how goth I am or how vampire I am, etc. And all I'm going to do is say this. Because at the end of the day, I've learned not to care because of people like this about what others have to say. And that's even if it's a good compliment or bad. Like, I just learned not to, whatevers. My true colors speak volumes. I'm a real, wholesome, genuine person, just like anyone else. And truth be told, I think my colors pretty much speak for themselves as well. So that's all I'm going to say on this topic. And that's going to conclude this video. So thank you for tuning in. Like, share, etc. Also, matter of fact, I'll make another announcement about it in another video, but I am going off of Facebook probably within the next year or so, because it does not have freedom of speech like I once thought it did. And I thought that because I'd never been in Facebook jail that I wouldn't experience it over a real life LGBTQ issue that's faced by a lot of different people within the community, whatever you want to call it. But that doesn't sit well with me. So again, I will be making another video about where my next social media page will be, and where you could also find me making creative videos and things.